Balenciagas on my feet, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. Since 96, I'm in this game, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. Balenciagas on my feet, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. Since 96, I'm in. Balenciagas on my feet, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. Since 96, I'm in this game. Nope, that ain't it. Like all that's playing through here like it's supposed to.
Yeah, he's figuring it out, y'all. Babe, hold on. It's not working. I know. He's figuring it out.
Y'all talk while y'all back there.
Yeah.
Where you from?
From Chicago.
Is you?
Yeah.
I'm from Kankakee, born and raised.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got family out there.
Yeah.
A lot of my cousins they went to Kankakee High School.
Yeah. When'd you move out here?
About a year ago.
From Chicago? Yeah. We from the same. We from the same.
Okay, the sound is right.
That was coming through your phone.
Yeah, that's coming through my phone.
Oh, we good then.
And then if I come over here, if I come over here, if I come over here.
Re-click the link. Tell me if 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 the link.
So hold on, let me resend this link to y'all too. Cause I know it's working. I know it's working, God damn it. Yeah. I know it's working, God damn it.
You got a blunt? You got a blunt?
So that link that you have is not gonna be the one that's gonna work.
Okay.
It's gonna be a new one.
All right.
A
Resend
whole
it so I
new
can
link.
resend it out to everybody.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
really gotta resend it out to everybody.
I know. He just said we got to get a new link. So hold on. I'm finna end it and then I'll re-live with the correct link. Okay.
Welcome to Doing Shit Live, motherfuckers. This is the shit you gotta go through. But when we live, and that's just the way it goes. So look, I'm gonna do this. We gonna start this bitch all the fuck over.
Balenciagas on my feet, stay in. Oh, boyfriend. I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh, boyfriend. I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Oh, boyfriend. Since 96, I'm in this game, stay in. Oh, boyfriend. Balenciagas on my feet, stay in. Oh, boyfriend. I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh, boyfriend. I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Oh, boyfriend. Since 96, I'm in.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of No Cap Reacts. I'm your man Bailey, aka Mr. Go Get 'Em. I'm gonna tell y'all, one of y'all shut that phone off. All right, and we are officially right where the fuck we need to be at. I'm finna turn off all this other shit since I know we for sure working. We back where we need to be. Do me a favor, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And let me introduce y'all to the guest that we got in the building today.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
We got Zay. We got Schmoney in the building.
Hey.
All right, so we right where we need to be at tonight. That's for goddamn sure. Why am I echoing like that? What are y'all's phones on?
And we both over here on live.
The volume ain't on.
Oh, and it's also on my phone. There we go. All right, so now I need to also make sure I hook up to the Bluetooth because we are going to open up the phone lines tonight.
Call in, let us hit.
Okay. Everybody on my live.
You live on YouTube on your phone?
Nah, Instagram.
Instagram?
You want me to go on YouTube? I ain't got nobody on YouTube.
So that's probably what is echoing because it's going through your phone.
You want me to go off?
Yeah, cut it off because it's going to do it. Tell them to come to YouTube.
Go to YouTube, y'all.
Hit
Click
the
that link.
Go ahead, go hop on YouTube.
I got to go off. It's making technical difficulties.
Check. It's still echoing though. We don't never do that. Anyway, the show shall continue. How y'all doing tonight?
Gucci, bless. Sitting here with you. Can't complain now.
All right. I see y'all hitting the like button. Appreciate that. All right, so the first thing that I want you guys to do, and I want to say, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Like button is that thumbs up. See if I shut this off, if that'll stop. Check. And in the meantime, in between time, this is what else I would like y'all to go ahead and do. Tonight, our conversation is going to be on intersexual dynamics. I know a lot of people don't understand what that is, and that's the reason we're doing this podcast, so we can go ahead and go over that. Intersexual dynamics is exactly what it sounds like. Tonight, we're going to have a conversation about what men and women are looking for in relationships and whether or not we are actually on the same page. They say women are for Venus and men are for Mars. Well, let's go ahead and put everybody on Earth. Reason we're going to do that is because dating today as we speak is already hard enough. It's actually the easiest thing and it's natural thing that comes to us. And, well, since we have a male and a female both on the couch tonight, we can actually have that conversation, and we can have that conversation in the correct way. So, we can really get off into it and really push ourselves and really throw it out there and take it to the next level without a lot of what would you say? A lot of feelings are injected in the conversations because we can have a real conversation for once instead of people throwing a and projecting emotions. So the first thing I'm gonna say is everything that we speak about here today will be as adults. We're not gonna argue. We're not gonna yell. We don't need to do any of that. What we literally gonna do is we are going to take our personal feelings out of it, our personal relationships, and the things that we go through, and we're gonna talk about this in a general standard, a general way. Everybody agree?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay. So this should turn out to be absolutely amazing. And to everybody that showed up tonight, we appreciate you actually showing up to the podcast and, joining in and letting it be known where you stand at. We're also going to open up the phone lines. The phone lines will be open. As a matter of fact, let me do that right now and not forget, because I did last week. We had people calling in and I didn't turn it on.
That's all bad.
All bad. Okay, so as we do this, you guys can call in and you can also give your 2 cents, whether you agree or disagree. But before we do that, let's first introduce you guys to our actual guests individually. Let you know who they are. Let's start off with ladies first. We always got to be gentlemen. Schmoney, let the world know who you are.
Hey man, hey y'all, it's Schmoney Marie. I'm from Kankakee, Illinois. I've been out here in Arizona for about 7 years. I have a 2-year-old, a lovely 2-year-old. His name is Gift. I'm just out here, just really trying to get life together. I do have a catering business that is under growth that I'm trying to get started back up. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'm happy to meet you, Zay. What is it? I know it's gonna be many more shows. I'm ready to get it popping and trying to have a real conversation because it ain't nobody out here having no real conversations. You know?
Okay, that's what I like to hear. All right, Zay, let the world know who you are, sir.
Hi, my name's Zay. Nice to meet everybody. Just real quick, Zay's Corner Podcast. Go ahead, check it out on Apple Podcasts. Go ahead and follow it on YouTube. Got the channel going up as well. Let's get into it. Let's have that conversation.
All right, so y'all already know who I am. I'm your man Bailey, a.k.a. Mr. Go Get 'Em. And, I've been doing this for a bit, but I'm usually doing it by myself. But it looks like those days are definitely over.
Okay.
Every week we will have a guest, and, see that lady back there in the back seat? Well, she might be a regular face on here as well.
Talk to me now.
So we gonna see. That's the whole point of this whole situation is this may be the new lady of the house. She may be here every single solitary week. That way we always got a female in the building where she can also give a different perspective, because a lot of the times you hear from me and the male perspective, and I'm always keeping the ladies in mind, but I'm not a lady, so I can't really speak for the women. I can definitely speak for the men because, I am a man. But tonight, it's probably going to be one of the best shows that we have because we got both in the building.
Okay.
I see y'all are lighting up the goddamn chat. Make sure to stay involved in the chat. Keep lighting it up. Let us hear it. And intersexual dynamics. Let's start it off this way. We're going to put the lady on the spot. Okay, so.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm ready. Let's go. Come on.
All right, when it comes to dating men, one, let me ask you this: do you understand man, and what is it that a man is looking for out of a woman?
I got 7 brothers. I grew up with 5, I want to say, and a daddy. So I want to say I got a little bit of experience with men. It's really hard to start, okay? So men want, one, what they don't have. I feel like men will search for, they look at their mom, okay? If your mom raised you right, you got a high standard of a type of woman that you want, right? If your mom was hurting and she wasn't treated right, so she wasn't able to raise you and quote unquote the man that you need to be with the right emotional stability, right? Because that's a big issue with men nowadays. Their emotions. Okay? We got a lot of hurt niggas out here. Hurt men. I'm gonna try not to use niggas tonight. We got a lot of hurt men out here, and it's just a cycle. And we got a lot of hurt mamas raising hurt men. You know what I mean?
She preaching.
So I'm saying, like, this is a topic I don't know how you want to dive in, but we can get up in it for real.
We gonna get all the way in.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay. So now we're gonna take it to Zay. As a man out here dating in the world, do you understand women, and what do you look for in a woman?
Alright, so to answer that first question, in my 30 years of being on this earth, 29 to be exactly, I feel like I came to understand women quite a lot, you feel me? And the reason why I say that is because everybody's different. Everybody put on a different mask. That's number one. Number two, when it comes to dating, it's like, if you really think about it, we got this long list of qualities and, you know, characteristics that we look for in a person, but when it really comes down to it, when we meet somebody, all that shit go out the window. Like, oh, they cute, oh, they got this, oh, they got that. And it's kind of similar to what you just said. Like, men, like, I even agree with you on that. A lot of men, like, will actually look for, you know, that standard that they mom said, you feel me? So I'll agree with that. But on top of that, you ain't my mama.
Exactly.
So it's like, that's how I gotta look at it.
Exactly. But there's a line, right? I ain't your mama. But there's certain things that, okay, I'm gonna try not to use the word spoil because I don't like the word spoil. What is it? Because what they use spoil as now is really just so giving the right amount of love that somebody needs.
But what's the right amount of love, though?
The amount that you need. I don't feel like there should be a cap on love, right?
True.
Because love is unconditional, or it's supposed to be, or else it ain't real. So
Okay, so I'm gonna hold there. Is love unconditional when love is given to a man? Yes or no?
Ooh. Yeah, let's hear that.
is love unconditional when it's given to a man? It
Yes.
should be.
But do women love men unconditionally?
Not all, no.
Absolutely.
Because they don't love themselves unconditionally, though.
Okay, so explain that.
So, okay. You want to say something?
I was just gonna say.
No.
Okay,
We
yeah,
gonna
I'm
let
gonna let her have it.
We gonna let her
have
answer.
it. Go ahead.
We gonna let her answer.
Say it again, because I was finna speak. Re-ask the question.
Okay. Do women love men unconditionally?
And I said they should. And if they don't, 9 times out of 10, it's because they don't love themselves unconditionally, right?
And how does a man not love himself unconditionally?
Just a person in general. You just have to accept yourself. Right? Accept your flaws. Accept the fact that you ain't perfect and you're going to make a mistake. But don't justify and use it as a crutch.
Okay, so at
That's
what
true.
point in time do you think that men themselves are not loving themselves unconditionally? Because let's just be real. In the world that we live in today, modern society, who built the world that we live in that makes it easy for everyone to enjoy? Because to not love ourselves unconditionally, we wouldn't have created, well, power, infrastructure, these homes, whether it's apartments, houses. We created the vehicles that are used here. I mean, shit, do we really want to break it down to it? When men created tampons,
I see where this conversation
tampons in order to even make it easier for you during your menstrual cycle. So at what point in time does a man not be in love with himself and the things that he creates? Because that is the epitome of unconditional love. As a man, okay, so I'm gonna break it down this way. I'll make it a lot easier. It's the word that everyone loves to hear or loves to hate.
Okay.
Submission.
Ooh, I love that word.
A man will say to a woman, I just want you to be submissive to me. Now, today, submission looks as a bad thing. Now, what women don't realize is if you are a submissive woman and you're submissive to your man, you realize your man is 100 times more submissive to you. If you are my woman and you submit to me, by truly being my queen, not being argumentative, not arguing, not fighting, not trying to be the man in the relationship and allow me to be the man and you be the woman, everything you ask for, I give to you.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, do I ask for anything in return?
No. Go ahead. She got something to say. Go ahead. Is she over here huffing and puffing? She
I ain't
got
huffing
something
and
to say.
puffing. I'm trying to be courteous of my response. Okay. When it comes to submission, now I would speak for myself, right? What society would call independent. A lot of I've learned, and as I talk to a lot of black women and being older, right? Because I'm 25.
Right.
Talking to a lot of older women, people that are older than me in their 30s. Like I know this lady I used to work with, and she don't like the term, independent black woman. She don't like it, and I get it because to her it's like a stereotype.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I shouldn't always have to be, this and that, which I get it, which chimes back to what he's saying about women trying to be the man.
But hold on. So I'm going to break this down real quick, and I should probably pull up a Google thing and put it over here in the corner. Let's break down the word independent. Now, the actual definition by Webster's Dictionary of independent means free from outside control, not depending on another's authority. Okay? Number 2, not depending on another for livelihood or sustenance. Now, so then I would have to say,
Can you repeat number 2 real quick?
not depending on another for livelihood or sustenance.
Okay, one more time.
So, not depending on another for livelihood or sustenance.
Okay.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, now that we know what independent means, let's really break that down. Are women truly independent? The word or the answer to that is actually no. Everyone on this world, on this earth, is actually dependent. When a woman says that she's independent, what you're technically saying is you're independent of men.
Yep.
You're not independent of anything else. And then you say, I pay my own bills. I take care of my children. I have my career. I have a degree. Great. You're a great citizen and you're a responsible human being. If anything, the term would be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But to say you're independent is actually like the dumbest thing that you could say because you work for somebody else. You do actually depend on someone's subsistence because you got to take your ass to the grocery store. You're not growing your own food. Whether the home you live in, whether it's apartment house, whether you're buying or you're renting, leasing, you require that to come from someone else in order to have a roof over your head. So the term independent is so widely misused, it makes zero sense. And then when it comes to dating, the number one thing that a woman will tell a man? I'm independent until the bill comes for dinner.
You don't get no credit for being an adult. Like, come on now. You don't get no credit for being an adult.
You got to do it.
So when we say terms like independent, I will say to your girlfriend, and at the same time, great job for shots fired at all the other women of the world because you guys are misappropriating, misusing a word. Independent has nothing to do with women. And not only that, I'm just going to say this. I hate that women actually say that because they are so hard-pressed to prove that they don't rely on men. But the person that told you was truly independent was Webby's dumb country ass. Okay? He made a song in 2008 calling women independent, and he misused the word.
Yeah.
Any response to that?
You right. Okay, you gonna hear that probably the last time. You right. Okay, you right.
At least we finally hearing it.
Okay,
Because I definitely feel like that as well. I hear it so many times. I'm dependent. I don't need no nigga for this. I don't need no nigga for that.
All you
Okay,
saying is you don't
that's
need
cool.
no nigga. Let's just say that. You just don't need a man.
At the end of the day, that's really all that's saying.
Right, but like you just said, when it comes to that first date, though, what are we expected to do? As men, what
I
are
ain't
we
bringing my
expected
wallet.
to do?
I ain't break my wallet. wallet.
Right. But that's the thing. As men, we expected to, we expected to court. We expected to pay the bill. We expected to
Yeah.
open the door, do this,
100%,
do that.
100%.
When was the last time a woman first date? Oh, here goes some tickets to the basketball game. Oh, let's go do this. Let's go do that. You don't ever hear women courting
It's
a man.
rare.
It is very rare.
It's
it is
rare.
very rare.
It's rare.
And you don't ever see it nowadays. Hey, babe, how about we do what you want to do today? Let's go golf. Let's go hoop. Let's go do
See,
this.
but me, speaking for me, I mean, I'm different. It ain't a lot of women out here like me. I will say I'm very real, and everybody that come across me will be able to say I'm real. I'm one of the realest people you will meet. I stand on what I say. I mean what I say, and I'm very understanding, and I'm the type of person I agree to disagree. You know what I mean? So we having a discussion and you harping, oh, it's this, is this, is this.
Like,
And I'm like,
hold
okay.
on. Let's stop there real quick. Why do we agree to disagree? You realize that when you agree to disagree, what you're really saying is
You give up on the argument.
I don't respect what you're saying, but I'm just done having this conversation.
Exactly.
No, not when I agree to disagree. Agree to disagree to me, we are both having a conversation. You're spreading your perspective and your views. I spread my perspective and my view. They just don't add up. But your view is not wrong and my view is not wrong. That's what agree to disagree means to me.
True, but where's the resolution at, though?
Who said there was an issue? We just have two different perspectives. Just because we have two different perspectives doesn't mean that there's an issue. We just have two ways of
So-
looking at something.
So if you
Because
got
there could be a similarity within that.
if you got somebody that you dating or talking to or whatever, let's say you like going out, being spontaneous, just going to movies, going to this, going to that, and let's say he's a homebody. Where y'all gonna find y'all meeting in that?
Compromise.
Okay,
Nothing will ever wait up. You have to compromise. Just because I don't like to do something, I'm not in a relationship with myself.
Can you compromise with somebody who's set in their ways? Like if I'm just firm on I'm
No,
this,
but
I'm
then that's your issue though. Now that's your problem.
why is that an issue?
Because
Well, hold on.
you
Okay,
choose
so
not to compromise.
Now I'm gonna jump in there real quick. Okay, now this is the thing, and this is where there's huge miscommunications in relationships between men and women. Women are the more extrovert, men are the more introvert. And when I say that is, the man never says to his girl, babe, take me out and show me off. Okay?
Right.
But your girl will always say, take me out and show me off.
No.
Women love to be in the public eye. They love to go, like, a man's never going to be like, I would never call up Zay or any of my other niggas on the phone and be like, come on, nigga, we gotta go out and dance tonight. I gotta dance, man. We gotta go dancing. Like, it don't happen like that. And this is the crazy part. If it was really like that, why would I not just do that at home? Why do I need to go to the club? But the reason for that is it's the attention that comes with that, which is why you're gonna put on the sexy dress and the high heels, do your hair, do your makeup, get your nails and your toes done, right? But that's whereas a man, we go out every single day and we fight the world. So we don't care about leaving. Yeah, it's Saturday night, but on Saturday night, I would rather sit here and watch a movie, be in front of my computer, play a video game. We don't care about being out in the public eye the way women do. That's where I say for men and women, y'all need to this goes back to intersexual dynamics. Men and women don't understand each other. They don't understand how each other works. That women always want to be out in the public and under the eye and receive attention. That is y'all's biggest drug, attention.
Okay, but I'm not just finna sit here and let you put that all up on women because that's not 100%. I know a lot of dudes, and I'm a female. I got a lot of brothers, so I'm more comfortable with dudes than I am female.
Wait, hold on. We got a caller. Let
Let him in. Let him in.
Thank you for calling the show. You are now on Sunday Night Live. Tonight we're... Oh, they hung up. All right. You're not going to put it all off on women. Let's go.
Okay. There's men that I know a lot of dudes, they like to be in the scene. They like to go out. And it's a big flexing thing. The same attention, right? Y'all say us as women, we like to get when we go out and we get our dress, ourselves did up and stuff like that.
I know where this going.
Yeah, you know where it's going. Then dudes do it too. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, Y'all will break a bag on your homeboys just to match designers before y'all go and take care of your woman, just so y'all can pop out and flex on the next, right? And then go home and lay in the bed with your lady. Like, it's definitely a double standard, right? It just as much as women love the attention, oh, y'all men be itching and aching for it too.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna address that real quick.
Cause I feel like, ooh, y'all really need a female in here. Cause I know y'all be up in here going crazy on the females, and y'all want the attention. Okay.
I love that response.
Go ahead, bro.
I love that
Go
response. Right? But when we ask that question, let's ask the bigger question: Is that man going out seeking attention, or is he peacocking? So, you guys realize the most beautiful peacocks happen to be male peacocks. The ones that y'all love so much, that's called peacocking.
Let's go.
I
know where it's going.
When he is going out and he is peacocking, you do realize he has a woman at home. And you know what else he's doing? He's doing what every male creature in this world is doing all across animal kingdom, including the human species everywhere except in Western society, aka United States of America. He's going and looking for wife number 2. Y'all call them side pieces, y'all call them side chicks, and y'all call them sneaky links. But in all of our history, our human history, even American history, and current dating right now, I'm going to ask you this, Miss Lady Ma'am. How many women do you know that have been, quote unquote, cheated on?
Every. Now, this is what I will say.
I'm ready.
Hold on.
This
I
situ-
gotta.
I need my homeboy Brian to get on this live because we is riding straight up his street. I have to text him and tell dude, you need to get on here right now.
Because
Please get on here.
It's crazy that you asked that question because at the end of the day, I swear, it goes back to what I always say. Like, don't sit here and say you want a man with this, and that. But at the end of the day, you go out, you dress to the nines and all that with your homegirls. You look at a dude for how he look, what he got on, and like you said, peacocking, whatever.
He peacocking.
But at the end of the day, you see that beautiful peacock. This dude is glistening, everything that you want in a man. You risk it all for him, but at the end of the day, get disappointed that he can't provide what you want or what you expect. And to me, that ain't cool.
No, that's
right.
dumb.
Right,
But let's
just be real. A lot of females do that. They'll sit here and say, I want to do with this. I want to do with that. You get to do with all these things, but now you upset that you didn't open your legs to this man or gave your heart to this man, and this man can't provide for you. He can't protect you. He can't keep up with whatever he needs to keep up with in a relationship. And now all of a sudden, he ain't shit, or he can't do this, or he can't do that. Now you're belittling this man.
It sounds like
Because
they're seeking an expectation. It does, because there's an expectation, and that's what's wrong with a lot of people in the world now. You feel like you need an expectation. You don't need an expectation. That's when you get let down, right? So, in a lot of things now, people are expecting stuff from other people that they can't even provide from themselves.
Right, and that's where a lot of it go wrong at.
Like this stigma with the I'm gonna play devil's advocate, right? I'm gonna take the beating. It's a lot of females out here now. He gotta pay for this. He gotta pay for this. He gotta have this. He gotta have that. You know what I mean? And they ain't got nan on the list.
Right, exactly. And
I don't
say
support that.
Right, and that's at the end of the day. Is a man wrong for saying what's in it for me?
No.
Because I know you familiar with this conversation. I know you familiar with it too, bro. When it comes to paying for stuff, spoiling the female, all this, if you wanna, have somebody with all these things or whatever, this man gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta do this, gotta do that. It's been a topic as far as if a man pays for the date and expects sex, it's disrespectful. But at the end of the day, if this man done sat here and spent $1,000, maybe $2,000 on a date, taking you doing everything you want to do and all this other stuff, maybe it should have been communicated. Let's be honest, it should have been communicated. But you cannot sit here and blame this man for expecting that, because yes, he sat here and he did all that or whatever. But at the end of the day, do you really think that you know, let's be real.
Well,
If
hold
I- if
on.
I-
But before we even answer that question, I got a question. I got a question for.
I did. Ooh.
I'm gonna ask you both individually a question. All right, Schmoney, have you ever gone out on a date with someone that you had no intentions
Yes.
of sleeping with?
Yeah, that fast and quick. 100% free meal.
Okay, hold.
Free
Zay,
meal.
Zay, have you ever gone
sir.
out with a woman with zero intention of smashing her?
No, I'll answer for you. That was a no.
So, nah, for real. Like, not even capping. Like, the type of man I am, it's like, I don't really care about that. I really don't. Like, it depends on your vibe.
It's a
Right,
yes or
he
no
trying to give a mature
But
answer.
nah, all
Okay,
right. Now, to
Answer
answer
raw.
your question straight up, nah.
Okay.
I don't expect that.
Okay, so that's where I would jump in here and say this is the difference. Again, this is the difference between men and women. A woman will go out with men that they have absolutely zero interest in. And
Absolutely.
Yes, as
Yes,
she said,
yes.
they will take the free date and
Yes.
the free attention
Thank you.
and the free meal.
Yes.
But catch
Whereas
an attitude.
every man
No,
that takes,
it's humorous to me.
Every man that takes a woman out, he is expecting something out of that situation. Men know two things when it comes to dating relationships.
Okay.
When a man meets you, he either looks at you as wifey or he looks at you at recreational use.
That is true.
Now, for y'all that don't understand what that is, recreational use is, he is just wanting to have sex with you.
Absolutely.
Or you are in wife mode 100% and he wants to wife you and is looking to you to be with you to be on a deeper level, but then you may do something that puts yourself in recreational use. So just to put an understanding, that's the male side of the situation. There is no man, including gay men even date expecting sex out of the situation. All right. Let's just take a real quick break just for this. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, I already got a message here, and this happens every time. Schmoney, let me ask you a question.
What?
Do you feel like we are bashing you? Or bashing women?
No.
Already, see?
Somebody saying that?
Yeah, somebody already messaged me that.
Well, because this is what they have to understand. This is a men podcast, talk show, call show, whatever it is that you call it, right? I'm the first lady appearance perspective or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So people have to understand it's going to come off as bashing. You ain't got nobody here to give the other perspective or what they want to defend, right?
But you're here now, and that's just
I'm
it.
here.
You're giving the female perspective, and then we're countering
right.
back with the male perspective. Now, my question is, why is it every time the man speaks on the male side, it's considered bashing, but when the woman speaks, it's
We are emotional beings.
it's truth. Like
We
it's
are
just the truth.
emotional beings.
You are emotional beings, and this is why we love y'all, is because y'all are
Right.
emotional, and we understand that y'all are emotional.
But that's why she's saying, or whoever saying that we bashing, you know, a lot of, okay, so.
And that's where dating today. That's exactly why I wanted to have this particular conversation, because I think there is a huge misunderstanding. Because
100%.
women, what you guys don't realize is you've never had men tell you the truth. I'm just gonna be honest. Y'all have never had men tell you the truth. They lie to you to get what they want. And we are now living in a day and time where men are speaking up and speaking out and saying, oh, because dating right now, marriage, family is gone. And what you guys don't
Straight
realize
up.
is we want it.
Yes.
And we want it back.
Yes.
And we want women.
Yes.
And in order for us to get that, we have to have these conversations so you guys can understand us.
Talk to
and the
'em.
more we talk, the more y'all are telling us to shut up. We're bashing, and you're calling us misogynists and everything else. When at the end of the day, we're telling you what we're looking for so we can actually create and build a family. Women control access to sex. Men control access to relationships and marriage. If you're not coming with what we need, we're not gonna ask you to marry us. We're definitely not gonna get in a relationship with you. And if we are, it's a fake relationship.
Yep.
Because now you're a place point for easy access to sex.
Something so real quick, something that I had to learn, like I swear, like growing up, I done been through relationships, talking to people and all that, and I didn't learn like different personalities and all. It is very hard for man and woman in relationship to have those uncomfortable conversations that need to be had. So it's like, for example, if you
Yes.
uncomfortable with something and you don't like the way I'm doing something, or you don't like the way I'm whatever moving or whatever, communicate that with me. So many people scared to hurt the other person's feelings, and then it's already a big thing as far as men not being able to express themselves because. Let's say, if I told the person I'm with, like, oh, hey, I feel this way, I feel that way. I'm getting told to jump out my feelings. Or I'm getting told, why am I so sensitive and all this other shit. But at the end of the day, don't you want your man to come to you about how you feel? Don't you want your man to talk to you?
Yes.
So it's not like, I'm bashing you or I'm getting on you or anything like that. Hey, if I don't like something, I'm going to say it. If I'm feeling some type of way about something, I'm going to say it. If I need to say something, I'm going to say it.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I'm not no beta male. I am an alpha, and I will say that proudly. I wear that on my sleeve. You're not finna shut me up. I'm gonna hear what you saying, and you gonna hear what I'm saying at the end of the day, and we just gonna work with what we gotta work with and make it happen. Because if you want it as bad as I do, you gonna
make
do
it
your
work.
work.
Exactly. Period.
And not only that, a lot of women are always saying they want a man that leads. Well, guess what? A man that leads has an opinion. A man that leads is going to put his foot down. A man that leads is not going to follow behind your ass. A man that leads sometimes is going to tell you, shut up, sit down, and pay attention. Now, I got a lot of people calling in, but y'all keep hanging up. So this is what we're going to do. 602-736-6660. Go ahead, call in, give your opinion, speak on what we've already spoken on, say what you got to say. If you have a question for us, by all means, ask questions. If you don't have questions and you just got something you want to get on off your chest, do it. And keep this in mind, we keep everything 100% anonymous. We're not going to ask you your name. Your name and number's not going to show up on the screen. By all means, call in. The phone line is officially 100% open. Let's go.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Because it's rang a couple times, but y'all keep hanging up. Yeah.
See, and this thing with being alpha male, right? I'm kind of an alpha female.
No such thing.
Wait, let me. First of all, don't shoot me down. Okay, let me drive down the road and pull over when it's ready. All right, because I wasn't ready to pull over.
I actually believe there is a such thing.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's me personally. I believe there is.
So, whatever, baby. So, when I say alpha female, right, it kind of goes down the same stupid term of independent woman, right? I'm just gonna use the definition what we kind of know as from Prophetess Boosie. Okay, so when he say independent is she got her own, right? When you got her own, you used to being on your own,
right?
So it's kind of difficult to let someone else come in a sense, and let me tell you why. And I'm gonna come from my perspective, okay? Because I didn't been on my own,
right?
So I didn't have nobody. I didn't have no guidance. And that's another thing when it comes to the man. I like my man to lead. That's how I was raised. I was raised, the man take care of the household. The woman follows under, and they take care of everything else, right? But when you didn't have a man there or that male figure there or whatever the case may be to guide you and give you what you really need, to be a woman and be taught how to be submissive to a man and also when to be submissive to a man, because we can't go around being submissive to every man we ain't got nothing to submit to. For me, I had that issue before.
No,
right. I had someone, I was paying all the bills. I was cleaning, I was cooking, you know what I mean? Like, I was holding it down and taking care of him on top of that. But then that person wanted me to be submissive. Where? To what? Right. You know what I mean? Like, at that point, you there for my recreational use. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. I said that before. Like, yeah, as men, we want our women to submit, but we also...
You got to give me something.
Because
from where I come from, like, obviously I got a mouth, okay? I need a man that's going to tell me to shut up.
Right.
You know,
Respectfully.
and respectfully, you know what I mean? And I'm all about say what you got to say. We're worried about how you say it later.
Right.
You know, more people are, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, don't talk to me like that. Listen to what he's saying, though. Because sometimes when you're in a moment, you can't really focus on the tone of your voice when you're telling
You gotta
me
listen
something.
to hear somebody. You can't listen
right,
to respond.
to
You right,
respond.
yeah.
Yes. And I'm working on that. You know what I mean? But I know I've had that issue. Like, I used to work at the strip club, right? And I used to have people come tell me, even the women, you know what I mean? I'm very intimidating. And you know, I tell people I ain't made for the weak. So if I make a booty hole type, maybe you should keep walking. You know what I mean? Like I'm not here to water myself down to make you feel heavy.
You just gave me a question. I'm gonna ask you this question straight up, in front of him, in front of the camera, all that. Do you feel like a good man is intimidating?
Do I feel like a good man is intimidating?
Yeah.
It can be.
If a man, but why is that?
Well, okay.
A man that's stepping your life doing everything right, like you said.
It's only intimidating, I think, if you're kind of like, for me, if a very good man was to come by, right? And what even is a good man, right? But if a good man was to come by, and I'm guessing you mean he got all his stuff together,
right?
He know what he want,
right.
You know what I mean? That type, it can be intimidating if you don't know what you want. You know what I mean? Like, I can say, oh, I want this, I want that, or I want a man that's gonna do this, or I want this in my life, I want that. And then if he come walking along, and I'm like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, okay, do I got everything? Oh wait, he got this, and then maybe him having all his boxes checked, making me look at the boxes I don't have checked that I thought I had checked. So then that's where the intimidation could come by, because it's like, okay, well maybe I'm not up to par, maybe I'm not up to standard. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
But don't it makes sense. But don't most women want a good man?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we'll lay our life down on it for it.
So why do you feel like most women shy away from a good man?
Because maybe they don't feel like they deserve it, in a sense, which it still comes down to self-love. Like, you never gonna stop doing work on yourself. I'm in the most like crucial part of my life of learning to love myself. I've been through so much, and like God has put me in a position to where he made me focus on myself, him and myself, right? So I'm learning a lot of things about myself and growing each every day, and being able to look at the old person that I was and the relationships that I was in and be like, oh, that's why that happened. You know what I mean? Like, okay, it was me. I was immature. You know what I mean? It was my communication. It was my mindset, my perspective. You just really have to continue to work on yourself to really see what you want and where you want to go, because when you stay stagnant, you know what I mean?
You're right, and I
okay, so I have something to say to that too. Okay, so and this is the thing. You said you're 25 years old, right?
I'm 25, quarter of a century.
All right, so you realize that according to men, you are at your prime. There are more men that want you at the age you're at more than anything.
Yes,
okay?
I understand.
Now, let's put it this way. Would you say that you prefer to date men your age or older?
Good question.
I prefer. Okay, so because I've talked to people younger than me, and when you're younger than me, I'm like.
So she answered it. She prefers the older man.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So this is okay. So this again is where, because a lot of time men get bashed.
But I don't want to just say older man. That's the reason why I didn't just say that, because I was gonna say yes to that. Like, okay, so age doesn't always define, because I've met and talked to a 45-year-old that was acting like he was 21.
So he's not an older man.
But okay, so what do you mean by older man though?
Okay, so a mature man. Would you prefer to have an immature or mature man?
Mature.
Okay. So at the end of the day, a mature
though.
man 9 times out of 10 is gonna come from an older man. Older men would gladly, literally, wife you.
Yep.
For multiple reasons. One, you're at an age where fertility, not a single solitary issue. Okay?
No, that's a fact.
It is.
Unfortunately, you've already spoken. You have trauma, but you have less trauma than a 30, 35-year-old, 40-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Right? And then what you just said is I want you to actually pay attention to something you said. You are working on yourself because you're learning how to love yourself and go through those things, so forth and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know why an older man will benefit you in every single solitary way?
Because they'd be able to, guide you through. They've walked and went through. They have some wisdom, and they'd be able to look at what you're going through and be able to tell you what you're going through and help you see it through. I do understand. But just because you're older doesn't mean that that's that. Because I know someone that he is 25 years old, and he has the wisdom of a 45-year-old, 50-year-old, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean?
Looking at his life, has he gone through a lot of things?
Yes.
And
it's the same. It's the same with me because
I'm glad he said that though.
What?
Exactly
Because
what he just said.
what women don't understand is
Age don't make you.
It doesn't.
We get kicked.
It's your life.
We get kicked in our teeth because we like to deal with somewhat younger women because we understand that we would actually go together a lot easier. You're going to give me everything that I'm looking for. I'm going to give you everything that you're looking for, right? But you know what that's called in a woman's world? Manipulation. The only reason you want a younger chick is because you want to manipulate her. But is it truly manipulation when at the end we're not manipulating you by any means whatsoever?
Not all.
It's just the fact that we actually fit together.
Not all.
Which is women when those older women were also in your position, and let's just be real. How many motherfuckers is coming at you on a regular basis, Schmoney?
Right, let's be real.
When you get to that, when you get up there in age, that's gonna disappear.
Yep.
So now, in order to, when you do have a man that might be interested in you, and then you find out he wants to something, it's about shaming that person. It's about insulting him. It's literally they're bullying the shit out of men by using words like manipulation. And that's the only reason you're going for a younger chick. But when you were that younger chick and you had, well, it's like the commercial where a bunch of hot dogs are thrown at a girl. That's literally what it's like. Dicks is coming at you from left and right, and they're plentiful, right? But what happens is when you get to a certain age, those dicks disappear.
Bro.
And now you realizing that it's slim pickings and all the attention that you used to get is no longer there. And you're trying to shame someone into actually being with you because, well, you had your cake and you ate that shit. Now you're on cake number 2, but cake number 2 don't taste so good because, unfortunately, you ain't got nobody there to share it with.
No, it's just sugar free in that case.
Right, I was finna say it's sugar free.
No, because at the end of the day, for real, that it's exactly like that. Like, I could tell you about a time, literally, like, as men, as boys growing up, like, we done all seen it. I done been in 8th grade, seeing some of the 8th grade girls in relationship with juniors and seniors and shit. Like, they thought it was cool. They thought it was sweet. And I'm sitting here feeling like, damn, I gotta, compete with these high school dudes. You feel me? And it's like that in life right now because it's like it's so much expectations placed on both men and women. I'm not gonna sit here and say men, but I definitely feel like men have it harder because at the end of the day, it just comes down to the best man.
We got a caller.
Who the best man?
We got a caller. Thank you for calling in. Welcome to No Cap Reacts. You are on Sunday Night Live. You do not have to use your name. Talk to us. Or hang up again. Goddamn, what is wrong with these people?
They scary now. Don't get scared now.
So this is the thing. A lot of it, I'm positive the majorities are going to be women calling in, and then they're hanging up because they don't expect us to actually answer the call.
No, we gonna answer it. Like I said,
That's how it was the other day.
That's how Schmoney got through.
Look, that's how it was. And I called in. He was like, the same thing. Or you want to record a line? I'm on the phone like, oh my God. He's like, it's freaking Friday. I'm like, oh, you threw me off. I was not expecting this. But I stayed on the phone, and then look where I'm at now. So
look, ladies and gentlemen, just call in. Look, the world is not gonna know who you are. You can speak your facts. We won't even like we're gonna listen to you. We're gonna listen to you.
Please talk. Y'all, come on, ladies. Y'all see me here. Come on now. I'm trying to hold it down, but y'all got to lift me up. Give me some support. I'm trying to hold it down. Call in, get y'all input.
Yeah,
we got to pick some brains
support
here.
your fellow ladies over here, okay?
Right.
She out here. She is in this room right now with 2 men,
Holding it down.
and she is holding it down.
Okay.
And you know what?
Right, this supposed to be the decade of women empowerment. Like,
I definitely appreciate. First and foremost, I definitely appreciate the fuck out of you for showing up.
I appreciate you.
I've been asking so many women to actually come on here and have these conversations and do this on a regular basis because at the end of the day, there's only so much that a man can say.
Yes.
And y'all are always going to judge us, especially when it's a man that's sitting up here speaking constantly and basically trying to give, both sides of the situation. And the only side that we know is based off of what we go through as we date and what we show us. And I, excuse me, I can at least give the benefit of the doubt by saying I haven't had bad dating experience or bad relationships. I've had some horrible dating experiences, but I've never blamed a woman for that because I walk around in life looking at exactly what it is. Society right now is fucking up shit. You got too many single parents out here raising these kids and they're raising them the wrong way. Again,
Raising them hurt.
Yeah.
They single.
If I was your father, I'm literally telling you, you 25, go get married ASAP. You got like 3 years. Get married ASAP because if you make it to 32, your chances of finding a suitable husband drops by 60%. By the time you get to 33, it drops another 40%.
You ain't never gonna find 100% of what you looking for in a person.
Well, no.
And
unfortunately, the world we live in, what people are looking to marry are unrealistic. I just had this
Exactly.
conversation earlier.
It's not.
Right.
Women today are looking for marriages based on experiences.
Yes.
Tulum, Barbados, Bermuda. Take me to Jamaica. We're going to have all these trips. Unfortunately, lady, the average family takes 3.2 vacations a year.
Yeah.
And all 3 of those vacations are within your own state.
Yep.
If you live in California, you go to Big Bear, you go to San Diego, you go to Disneyland, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in Arizona, it's been proven. You go to Tucson, you go to Flagstaff, and you might go to the Grand Canyon.
Maybe Vegas as a luxury.
Right.
Correct. Most
You
people
got Mexico right there. You know, a little around the corner.
But the thing about it is, these are based off of actual statistics of families that vacation to home incomes. What happens is Love and Hip Hop and all these other shows have showed women that they can go to all these exclusive vacation spots. And then COVID came along and dropped the prices of vacations out the ass. So a whole ton of people could afford to go places. And now they think that that's the norm. If you look at airline tickets, them prices been and gone up. And y'all are not going there the same way. COVID is over. I mean, the
unemployment is gone.
Unemployment is gone.
Let's be for real.
PPP loans is gone.
Right. If you
SBA.
If you're gonna announce it, let's be for real. Ain't no SBA, no PPP, no none of that. That's when everybody was balling.
So the lifestyle that people were living when the world was shut down has also changed. But see, it's like when a 19-year-old chick goes to Miami and she sleeps with an NBA player. Before that weekend, he put her in a 5-star hotel, took her to a 5-star restaurant, and then gave her some 2-star dick. When she goes back to Idaho, 2-star, because you know how it is.
Because you just spent all the money. Like, I'm going to just go ahead, break you off that little piece, get the crumb.
And then what happens is he gives you 2-star dick because that's all it was in the first place, and that's why he flew you out. Now you go back to Boise, Idaho, and you live your regular life, but you will no longer date your regular Boise, Idaho dude because you just spent the weekend with an NBA player that at the end of the day only used you for sex. And you think that this is supposed to be your new standard. That's not real. It's not realistic.
Exactly.
And
I agree with
social
that.
media has fucked it up for so many people because Tia, I done seen your pictures on Instagram.
What? What?
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying they're bad. What I'm saying is I've seen your pictures on Instagram. You're an attractive woman. How many people from out of Arizona have hit you up? How many blue checks have been in your inbox?
Fair question.
To be honest, I used to have a lot when I was in the scene, when I used to dance and stuff like that and really be, posting and out there. But because I've, closed back in and stuff, I really don't. Like, there's people in my DMs and stuff, but I don't respond to them. You know what I
Right.
mean? Or I leave a lot of people on red because I don't care for it. I mean, I like the attention, but I don't care for it. I don't yearn that. I don't post on Instagram just for that.
But
know?
it's the fact that it happens.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see where you tying in my Instagram pics to that topic. Where to tie in at?
Because I'm going to tie it in this way.
Okay.
Zay.
Yes, sir.
How many
'Cause I
blue
ain't
check,
catfish
how
now.
many blue check females been in your inbox?
On some blue check females,
Yeah, blue check females.
I ain't even gonna lie. Probably like my whole life, bro. One.
Okay.
Just
How
one.
many times has a woman flown you out?
You really want me to answer that question?
Yeah, I want to know the answer too.
That's happened once.
Once? Was it the same one or a different one?
It was a completely different, but it's happened
Okay.
once.
Okay. Now, I'm going to give y'all my experience, which mine is going to be a little skewed because out of this group, I'm 43. I am the old head. I was signed to Sony, and I did do music. So a lot of blue checks have been in my inbox, but I'm not the average male. Flown out, though? Nah, I haven't been flown out.
I've been offered.
They
I
fly
just never
in,
taken
yeah.
it. Like, I've been offered to been flued out like all the time. I mean, it's not easy. I mean, it's not hard for me. You know what I
Right.
mean? I choose not to because I don't care for that. Because one, I know
You know the expectation. It goes
exactly,
back to
and
dinner.
I know I'm not
We
going to,
expect
and I
you
won't
to
put
bust it
myself
wide open.
right, and I'm not gonna put
Exactly.
myself in that predicament. You know what I mean? Because it's,
No,
it's
yeah,
not
you
that
right, you
serious.
right.
It's not that serious. At that point, I would just provide it for myself. Or if I really want to go, I will do whatever it is that I gotta do to do it. You to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I just would rather not like. I'm not one of those girls. I can be. It's
Anybody
exciting.
could be,
Anybody
yeah.
can be. You know what I mean? It's exciting. I'll be lying if I said I didn't think about it. I didn't want to do it because I did. I just when I got to that point, I was like, girl, no. You know what I mean? Because you're not gonna do it. And I just rather not put myself in a situation. It's
So
crazy
in
nowadays.
the chat, someone said, Patricia said, most women have unreal expectations for a man.
100%.
Absolutely.
We do.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes we know what we want, but we don't. We know what we don't want.
Right, yeah. Y'all
Women
know y'all-
always know what they don't want.
Right.
Exactly, but that be the issue. We got all these expectations. Oh, we want this, we want that, and sometimes it's really not even that. You know what I mean? Like,
So when you first start off talking to a dude, when you first start off talking to a man, whatever the case is, what are you looking for? You specifically. Like you said, we have these unrealistic expectations. What do you specifically look for when it comes to dating? If a man was to jump in your inbox right now, like pressure, like pushing your line.
Okay, hold on. I got something for that.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
That's
Like,
a money question.
Okay.
Seriously though, like let's
So-
talk about it.
like you said earlier about wanting a man to be in tune with his emotion. Let me
Right.
tell you how I feel. I love that. Now,
Pause. Only reason I say pause is for this reason. When a woman says a man is in tune with his emotions, let me take us through like dream state real quick. So let's just say I'm a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm 1 year old. What's my first toy?
A ball.
A ball. Okay. I'm 2 years old, 3 years old. What's my next toys? Like, what toys am I gonna play with? Cars, right? Let's say I'm 5 years old. What sports am I being put in?
Basketball, football.
Okay. What toys would I be playing with then at that time? Now we talking like G.I. Joes,
Exactly.
wrestlers, action figures. Okay. First time I fall off my bike, I'm told to do what?
stop crying.
Get
Yep,
back up.
Get up, stop crying. Okay. If I hit somebody, like if I hit a girl or something, who gets in trouble?
Ooh.
We do.
Okay. All right. I come in the house to tell on some 8, 9 years old, come in the house, come yelling, start trying to tell on something that the neighbor kid does. What's the first thing they tell me to do as a little boy?
Stop being a tattletale.
Stop snitching, stop being a tattletale, don't do nothing.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
I'm angry. What do they tell me not to do then?
Shut up. Get out your feelings. All that. Everything that go along with it.
Okay. Now, I go through life doing this. I'm now in high school. I'm still playing football. I'm still playing sports. I'm doing everything in life that makes me a very aggressive person. And everything that I have that to give my outlet, everything puts me in what mood?
You're angry.
Yeah. Like,
Thank
yeah.
you. Okay.
You're angry.
Okay.
We ain't got no outlet.
So
you
I
feel
want
me?
you guys to understand this, especially you guys as ladies. Ladies, when you guys say a man is in tune with his emotions, when you tell a man to be emotional with you, well, our entire lives we've been told to shut up, don't cry, don't feel, don't do nothing, and everything that we have, the only way that we've ever been heard was when we were angry.
Exactly. And that's the only way we ever got any result. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. It hurt me, bro. Like,
love comes
for
out
real.
as aggression. Hate comes out as aggression. Fighting, aggression. Sadness, aggression. Everything that men do in life makes us more aggressive. These kids that are out here right now shooting up these schools are all little boys. And you know the number one feeling that they're expressing? Aggression. Unfortunately, they have parents or friends or family members that allow them to get a hold of guns that they get to go, and they're taking that aggression out on multiple people. But as boys, you know the one thing that they're missing in our current generation? Men. You know what your father would take you outside and do?
beat your.
First, he would beat your ass, but would he not also take you outside, maybe put on boxing gloves and teach you how to deal with your aggression?
Yeah.
Would he also teach you how to deal with your aggression by working on a car? Would he not teach you how to go out back and talk to you and teach you how to communicate and feel and breathe through that, and then go in the garage and beat on the punching bag and say, son, when your mom pisses me off, every time I get mad, I just go hit the punching bag. And then when I feel better, I walk in the house and I go talk to her.
That actually just spoke to me right now. Like, it really did in a different type of way, because at the end of the day, growing up, like, with my pops, like, I'll tell you, like, I ain't get no whoopings since, like, maybe 3rd grade. Other than that, he just talked to me my whole life. And them talks used to scare the shit out of me. I ain't even gonna lie, because he'd put fear in me, letting me know, if you do this, this what's gonna happen. If you do that, this is what's gonna happen. And I was always more scared of the result than the actual, action behind why I did it. You feel me?
Now, I have a son. I have sons. And my conversation with my sons is, yeah, I beat your ass, but I beat your ass because I love you. Because this is the thing. The things that you're doing that are wrong are going to put you in jail in the real world, or get you shot, or get you killed. My father, there was something that was told to me at a very young age, a very, very young age, by my Uncle Butch. My Uncle Butch said, it is better for you to lie to a female than to lie to a male. If you lie to a female, it's going to hurt her feelings. But if you lie to another man, he might kill you.
I agree. I definitely agree.
So when a woman comes in, and this is where I was...
So we won't kill y'all neither for lying to us? 9
times out of 10, are you really going to kill a man?
I wouldn't put it past some women.
I said
though.
9 times out of 10. There's always going to be one crazy one, but 9 times out of 10 is a woman going to kill a man.
Probably not.
No, they're more so a woman
She'll
would
get
damage
angry.
everything around the man before they will damage the man, or they'll
Right.
flee.
Right.
Why do mothers keep kids away from their fathers? That is their way of hurting them. Okay? They realize what... If you are a shoehead, your Jordans just got fucked up. If your car is your baby, bye-bye flats, broken tires, kick in and dent it in. Women are smart.
Giving me
They
flashbacks.
know what triggers
I'm over here
us.
thinking like,
So they take advantage of the things that we feel. Like, let's say I make
But
my...
I was more so trying to I'm a nigga, I'm gonna kill you, so I kill you. I didn't care. It was, I was a little
Was you
different.
raised? You was raised with brothers. You said though, right?
Yeah, all. So
Okay, so I
I'm
want you
a
guys to
little
also
different.
pay attention to this.
Right, but I got
This is a prime example of what happens when you are raised around a bunch of men.
But-
See, she has a lot of masculinity in
A
her.
lot.
Right, but check
and
this
that's
out.
where I was gonna get down to the alpha. You know what I mean? Like I do.
But that doesn't make you alpha. What you're doing is you are living out what you have seen.
exactly.
But you are feminine. You are actually, even having this conversation tonight, you are extremely feminine. You may act masculine based off of the world that you were raised in and the things that you were around. But as a woman as a whole, you are extremely feminine.
I am.
You are extremely submissive.
Yeah, I told y'all. I love that word submissive.
So
I
you
love
could never be alpha then. Because those two things don't exist. Because of,
So what's alpha? What's alpha mean?
okay, first and foremost, in order to be alpha, you realize that your body must hold testosterone.
My body does hold. Everybody holds testosterone
Correct, but you
and
don't,
estrogen.
you don't hold the levels of testosterone that men do.
So it's a certain level of testosterone that you have to hold to be
Correct,
alpha.
because that is
Okay.
what creates. See, alpha men create a lot of aggression. Whereas,
Teach
like
me.
me and Zay could probably have a conversation. It becomes a heated conversation. It's gonna be like, "Fuck you, nigga! I don't know what the fuck you talking about." Right? It's not the fact that we're angry. It's the fact that that's how men talk to alpha men. They raise their voice. They get louder. It's literally whose balls is bigger than the next person.
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
It's a measuring stick.
It's a
contest.
macho
But now it's
thing.
like that. It sucks,
really
but
is.
it's like that with females too. You know
But-
what I mean?
but you
Like-
guys-
Just like you was raised around all your brothers, I grew up in the house of all women. I grew up with my mom and my
it's a
sisters
certain
and all
level
that.
of respect and a perspective you have with dealing with women that's gonna be different.
Yeah,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean?
But at the end of the day, I'm not finna sit here and take no type of disrespect because at the end of the day, I've watched my mom, watched my sisters come up
Right.
and all that, so I know what a woman is,
Right.
and I've watched a woman be submissive to the wrong man, to the right man.
All right, so hold on. Let me get back to where I was going to. So men are raised to be non-emotional. Now, let's say I'm 21, 22, 23 years old.
Right.
And let's say I just met little Miss Lady Man back there, right? So I just met Schmoney. And we end up getting in this relationship and everything is going good. And then the first time we get into a real argument or something, what's the first thing that she says? Talk to me. Show me your emotions. Be emotional, right? She doesn't understand. But then let's take it back to when she was a child. What was the first thing you were given as a child? Schmoney, as a toy. A Barbie doll of some sort?
Yeah, I play with Barbie dolls. You remember the little fish from Little Mermaid?
Uh-huh.
That was my little favorite.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
so you grew
And
up
Clifford
playing,
the big red dog.
all right, and you talked to your stuff.
100%.
You had tea parties.
Did I do tea parties? Maybe.
Did you comb your doll's hair and talk to her while you were combing her
Right,
hair?
all the
Yeah.
all the little girls.
Oh,
Yeah.
so what you're telling me is you were going.
I made
through
my.
the-
Oh, go ahead, my
you were
bad.
going through the process of communicating
Mm-hmm.
and being emotional with dolls before you knew what communication and emotions truly were.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you got older, you would talk to your mom and your brothers, and everything you had that was dealt with in emotion. You would cry, and instead of us saying, "Stop crying, little girl, walk it off, go do this or go do that, or come out here or go hit the punching bag or go scream in the pillow or something," it was, "Oh,
No,
come here,
no.
baby.
But
I
number
love
one was my reality.
Well, you grew up around a more masculine, right? But you got baby too. Don't act like you didn't get baby.
Yeah, but my mama wasn't the one that was babying me.
Correct. So you grew up in a household of
My
men.
mama was telling me the same thing y'all dudes get told by y'all dads. You know,
Correct.
stop crying, suck it up, go.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So all you're doing is proving the exact thing that I'm saying.
Okay.
You were babied. You were not mishandled. You were actually handled in a way that made you softer. You were handled in a way that made you more loving,
I'm gonna disagree.
more caring. And if you specifically weren't, I'm pretty sure the ladies that are in this podcast that are watching right now,
I'll be soft for them. So yes, I'll be
Right.
soft for them.
and for they were softer and they went through different things. Now all of a sudden we can go ahead and come back forward, bring it forward, right? Now you're in a relationship and you expect this man to be soft for you and to have emotions and to talk to you and let you know how you feel and what's going on and all these different things. Now, let's be real. Do you understand him and does he understand you?
I would say not 100%. Because, and what I will say, like I said earlier, I'm still learning, getting to learn myself, love myself, da-da-da-da. Sometimes I could be feeling the type of way, and I think I know why I'm feeling that type of way, but I don't 100%. Because we could be talking about it, and I can still have that vacancy, and I'm like, I just don't know. It still had that feeling. I don't know. So, because I know I've had that issue, you know what I mean, in past relationships. Like communication is very big, you know.
You also got to learn to love the person that you with.
And you do. And you have to have patience, and, you can only give what you got. So if you ain't really got a lot of patience for a certain type of communication.
Hold on, we got a call or...
Let's get it.
Don't hang up.
And they hung up again.
Come
what
on
the
now.
Hell. Why do y'all keep hanging
Yeah,
up?
stop doing that. Y'all messing with the flow.
Correct, because you're interrupting the show for no reason whatsoever at this point. Go ahead and continue.
Before we were rudely interrupted.
I'm gonna shut the phone line off.
Okay, something. Tell them y'all can't call it till this time. What was the bring me back?
No, I just said you gotta learn to love the person you with at the end of the day, cause you ain't gonna ever just get everything you want out of the person.
Right.
So it's like at the end of the day, if you come in with all these things or whatever, and that's all you got, okay, cool. If it's something that I'm missing, okay, it can add to me. I'm supposed to add to you. You're supposed to add to me.
Right.
I'm not supposed to be taking none from you. You ain't supposed to be taking none from me, because at the end of the day, that ain't no relationship.
Right.
But a lot of times, I'm not gonna say just women, men and women, everybody do it. We sit here and we get in relationships with people for the wrong reasons. Whether it's based off of sexual attraction, whether it's based off of you got some women that'll date a man just because he got a car, just because he got his own place.
Yep.
You got some men that'll date a woman just because she got a car and got her own place.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, it's like
that's not a real foundation on why you should be dating somebody, because
it's not.
Anybody could have a car, anybody could have a place.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, we are all made to be with somebody.
Going back to what I said earlier, a lot of the times we are just out here being responsible.
Right.
Responsible human beings, paying bills, taking care of the stuff. And when you are adult, sorry, that's just a requirement. That is the starter pack of every adult human being.
You don't
And
get,
I
you
feel
don't
like
get no
we're
cookie
that,
for that.
right? And I think some of that comes from our parents or our guardians or whoever was taking care of us. They didn't have everything they need. So for me, like I'll say, I was raised on, what they call welfare. We was raised on Link. You know what I mean? We had that, like, government is like, oh yeah, all of that. Like, I mean, my whole entire life, all types of government assistance and all that. So, like, for me, if I was to look at my family and be like, oh, I got my own spot, I got my own car, I ain't living off government assistance, you know what I mean? I ain't asking nobody to pay my rent, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that. Oh, I'm above. When it's literally you doing what you're supposed to do at bare minimum.
Adult, right?
You know what I mean?
And hold up. So, and this is the bad part. Now, this is the one thing that I say about that, and I say it quite often. Unfortunately, if you guys actually pay attention to that, that is in our community. The ones that are upping themselves the most happen to be in the black community, where a woman is trying to prove that she has everything.
Yeah.
And that is because, unfortunately, we, in most cases, don't have as much as others do. So to have a car and a good job is literally...
It's like top tier. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
are above everybody else.
Right.
Because growing up in the hood, I'm from Inglewood, 109th and Dinker.
Yeah.
The drug dealers had the car. They had the Cadillacs. They had the BMWs. They had the Mercedes. They lived by themselves. There wasn't no roommates. They wasn't in the section. They didn't live in the projects. They had a house.
Right.
They had the starter jackets. They had the latest Jordans or Nikes, Adidas tracksuits, and all those different things. Yeah, I'm dating myself, but at the end of the day, that's what they had, and that's what we looked up to seeing and having. And other people in the area in our neighborhood, they didn't have all that, and because they didn't have all that, when they did see somebody with it, it was like, oh, they doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's horrible.
Yeah,
I
it is.
can honestly sit here and say the same thing,
Yeah, I
especially
agree.
growing up, like on my block or whatever, like in Chicago. We'll see the niggas with the pellicos,
Yep,
with the Timbs
yep,
and all that
yep.
shit. Oh yeah, this nigga
Yep,
got money. Oh yeah,
yep.
he, like, you know, he bang and
Yep.
all this other shit. But at the end of the day, like me as a regular dude, like I ain't even gonna sit here and cap. I ain't grew up like that. You feel me? Like I was a nerd. I used to get bullied, picked on. Definitely ain't gonna happen today. That's for sure.
Okay.
But straight
I
up, it's
heard
real.
that. He said that's over with.
Right, but it's like that's how I grew up and shit. You feel me? So it's like seeing those type of dudes. I'm like, dang, these are the dudes that's getting the females. These the dudes that's, you know, getting all the attention and all that. But let's fast forward to today. Those
Right.
same dudes doing
Right.
the same thing in the same neighborhood. But at the end of the day, I done sat here and
Really bossed up.
exactly. You feel me? So
Did
it's like.
something.
Don't get me wrong. It's like it's not on me to sit here and, like, you know, brag or shit on nobody or, you know, like put the next man down. But at the end of the day, like I'm doing what I gotta do as an adult. I don't get no credit for that as a man, as an adult, as nothing. You feel me? I don't ask for no credit. I gotta sit here and I gotta work to pay my bills because that's my job.
Right.
And, you know, being in a relationship, you being my woman, it's my job to take care of you. It's my
Right.
job to provide for you.
Right.
It's my job to make
Right.
sure these kids is good, these bills is paid,
Yeah.
and you're happy and you're satisfied.
Right.
The minute I'm slacking on any of that or whatever, yeah, we need to have a conversation.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you can't sit here and be with somebody who ain't doing their job. So, like, if you're gonna volunteer for a role, if you're gonna go to an audition to be, you know, the main character in the play, okay, you auditioning for that role. Don't tell me you want a specific role, but then you.
But you wanna do the
right,
background.
Exactly. You want to change. You want to change up. Don't tell me you want to play Dorothy when you actually want to play Scarecrow.
Okay. Okay.
Like, don't tell me you want to be wife, but
Right.
you ain't coming with the wifely
Right,
duties. Because
right,
if you
right,
telling me
right.
you want to be wife, I'm gonna give you the husband. You know, I'll give you a husband. You feel me?
But you looking for all those wife qualities, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And a lot of people do that. You cannot sit here and say, "Oh, I want a good man." That's why I asked you that question earlier. So many women say, "Oh, I want a good man. Oh, I want a good man. Oh, I want a man to do this, a man to do that." But you get a man to do every single thing on the list, and now all of a sudden, I've even heard it myself. Oh, I'm not used to a sensitive man. I'm not used to, you know, a man that actually cares about my feelings. I'm not used to a man that actually, you know, can stand on his own. What type of men are you used to? Because
Right.
those are the men that you go for. You can't sit here and say.
And if you want to get used to that, you will put yourself, your mind, your heart, your body, your physical in that position to get that. You know what I
right,
mean?
and,
Like,
and even on top of that, if you want a good man, guess what? You got to be a good woman.
I was
You
just
have
about
be
to
a
say
good
that. I
woman.
was just about to say that. Like, for me, if you was to ask me, like, oh, do I want a good man right now? No, because I'm not the good woman that I would need to be to sustain that good man. You know
Okay,
what I
so-
mean?
But why down yourself though?
I'm not down on
No,
myself. I'm
no,
being
no, no,
honest
no,
with
no,
myself.
No. You know why you're not that woman? You don't have that man. This is what we don't understand in dating dynamics. And this is,
Right.
I'm gonna do this in closing because I see the other cameras actually dying.
That's what that blinking was. I was like,
Yep.
what is that?
In closing, I'm gonna throw this out there, and I'm gonna say what I gotta say. You don't know what you're capable of because you're doing it by yourself. A lot of ladies out here, unfortunately, y'all are living your lives, downgrading yourself, saying that you are not ready. Honestly, you are ready. What you're missing is the other half of your readiness. A proper man is going to make sure that you end up in the position that you're supposed to be and make you be the woman that you're supposed to be because he's
Absolutely.
pushing you and he's unlocking the things that you will never unlock because you can't work on yourself by yourself because the person that knows and is able to check your work is your partner.
Right.
Vice versa. A man can never work on himself and make himself a better self if he is not practicing on a woman where that woman can also say, okay, this is what you're doing. You go to school and you have a teacher that grades your work and gives you A through F. If you have no one grading your work, you can't ever say what you are truly capable of.
That's very true.
You'll never notice your change if you stuck in the same place.
Right, right.
That's a fact.
Right.
With that, tonight we spoke on intersexual dynamics. As you can see, there is a lot to unfold in this. This conversation is probably going to happen quite a few times because it is a large continuation, a large situation, and this is generation after generation after generation of different things that actually need to be unfolded. My advice to everyone is everything that you've been taught for the most part when it comes to relationships, unteach yourself.
Yes.
Put yourself in a position where you can start over,
like clean slate,
where you can do things the way that feel good to you. Because at the same time, the relationship that you're told is truly a relationship is really the foundation of a broken relationship.
Yes, I love that. Yes,
It's all a facade
yes,
at the
yes.
end of the day.
Women, you guys don't understand men, but at the same time, we don't expect you to because you don't have to. Men approach you. You don't approach men. Right. See, as hunters, it is our job to understand our prey. And that's how we hunt. Right? Even if right now we decided to go out and physically go hunting for deer, we have to figure out what they're doing, where they're doing, and how they are doing it in order for us to even be able to kill a deer. That is the same way we date. As women, you are the prey. Your job is to do exactly what you do. Sit back, relax, show the best version or what you feel is the best version of yourself, and then you get to pick and choose which one you choose to entertain.
Who's the best hunter?
Yep. You go with the best hunter. Simple as that. Life is really not that hard. It is actually a very easy situation. It's really how you take the approach and what you plan on doing in life and where you really want to go. If you want to level up, well, the best way to level up is do it as a team because doing it by yourself is honestly never going to get you to the promised land. I definitely want to say thank you for tuning in to another episode of No Cap Reacts. This is Sunday Night Live. I'm your man Bailey. And, well.
Balenciaga's on my feet, stay in. Oh, boyfriend. I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh, boyfriend. I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Oh, boyfriend. Since 96, I'm in this game, stay in. Oh, boyfriend.